All right, guys. So answer me a question, or I want you to put this into perspective. Say, like, if you had a society that was on the tipping point between what makes sense and what doesn't, right? And then you have you have people in charge that have a specific agenda, you know, or like say if it's like a some sort of like a dynasty chain or some sort of like I don't know, think Britain, you know what I mean, like a royal sort of family or sort of uh, I don't know, some sort of class, um, and then toss up a whole society in there of people, of different classes, different backgrounds, um, different ideologies, different beliefs, different religions, um, you know, as diverse as this one, as as versatile as this one, the one that we got. Um, yeah, I want you to think about all that. If you break that down, just that alone, there's a lot of busyness between those categories, and I'll get into more detail about that as this video goes on. But it's just like the social class as we know it today is so busy, so distracted, so I don't know, so abundant to the point that it doesn't matter what you say anymore. It clearly doesn't matter what you do. Like pretty much what I'm getting at here is just like um when you take a whole society like that and you have a lot of different um patterns going on, different systems in place. It all has to be under one system, right? So how does that make sense? How do you make that work? This is what's going on today. We're having issues of the borders. We're having issues of uh, society. We're having issues of trust, issues with your neighbor, issues with how we treat each other. All that sort of crippling away because of the societal agenda and direction that we're going. You know, and as you move on in a society like that, that's so abundant of freedom and progress and distraction, tribulation, destruction, corruption, terrorism, everything that comes around that you nightmare about at night. All that shit can easily fly under the radar, right? So you got that going on, all right, and then you got human trafficking going on, and you got all this uh, dangerous destruction going on, but it's not loud enough to be heard. It's not loud enough to be seen because you have all this outside distraction going on, inflation, your grocery bill, you got this, you got that. Uh, the government's distracted on fixing all those issues. So what's going on behind the scenes? Huh? What's going on behind the scenes here? Because apparently you got individuals that can fly under the radar, individuals that can jump off the grid, individuals that we have no contractual record about. We have no ability of getting record on these individuals at all. And they exist. Keep an eye out for them. They exist. You know what I mean? So society's so busy. And then on top of that, you have these individuals that can exist. We have these agendas that can exist. We have AI that can turn these fruitions or we have AI that can turn these ideas uh, to manifest and to exist, whether it be good or bad. So technology plays a big part in it as well. And we got to be very careful. They say knowledge is power. Um, and it definitely depends on who you give it to. So with that being said, you guys, like this is what I'm talking about. This is the type of noise that we got going behind the scenes of this political regime, this economic downfall, uh, this turning point of bullshit that's led us to this dark pond of uncertainty, and everybody feels it. You go outside, man, everybody feels it. Just to put it into perspective for you, um, because society is very delicate. Everything has a breaking point. Even a rubber band, if you stretch it far enough, it can snap, right? So freedom is like a rubber band. It stretches. It's immense, but it's got a breaking point. It's got an atomic density. I need you to understand that. I'm not sure if our government understands it. A certain select few do, and that's why they're targeted. That's why we have Charlie Kirks. That's why we have Kennedys. That's why we have Kings. That's why we have, uh, this destruction going on in our society and people are becoming A1 victim. They're being hunted down like cattle, and they only know nothing but the truth that has common sense to it, and that makes me disgusted to be a human being on this planet. I tell you that. It really does. And honestly, I think society has to look at that and change it. It ain't going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen with a good presidential administration or campaign. We're way past that now. We're way past a good presidential campaign, unfortunately. We're way past a good political uh, unification. If it can come down to any sort of agreement or sort of movement, maybe there's hope. I mean, we're still on the bounds of hope when it comes down to what's going on currently in 2025, but at the same time, that hope can easily run out. It's a blessing we got it, but just keep it in perspective, you guys. Like, think about how far the world has fallen since 5 years ago. And that's only 5 years. Half a decade. Half the decade, you guys. I don't know. But with that being said, I'll let you guys sort of figure out any ideas that come across your mind in this video. And yeah, feel free to share your thoughts and opinions down below. But yeah, stay easy.